Okay, hello and welcome back. We're in a bit of a familiar situation then. Choosing a new team. I put a community post out a couple of days ago asking what people think I should do. It was pretty unanimous towards going for Williams, so we're going to do that. Ignore the fact that I'm in a Haas.
They're happy to enter into negotiations.
Modding mistake. Yeah, I got it all sorted. Don't worry about it. Alright then, we've had some driver transfers. Norris stays at McLaren, Hamilton and Bottas stay at Mercedes, Verstappen and Perez at Red Bull still, Leclerc and Sainz still at Ferrari, Gasly and Tsunoda still at AlphaTauri. Now, Fernando Alonso has moved to McLaren, George Russell has moved to Aston, Ocon stays at Alpine, Stroll stays at Aston, Giovinazzi stays at Alpha, Latifi goes to Haas, Mazepin goes to Romeo, I go to Williams, Schumacher's at Haas, Zhou goes to Williams, and Aitken goes to Alpine. Right, we've had the car reveal then. We're going to head into qualifying for Bahrain. I'm not expecting too much from qualifying. Maybe we can do decent in the race. You know, first season we're looking at just a couple of points. And we don't improve our lap time at all, whatsoever.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. There's no shortage of passing opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit, with the best at turn 1 of course, and then another soon into turn 4. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, and we could see 1 or 2 flat spots into the tight left-hander of turn 10. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice, and they've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, Sergio Perez and Sainz, Hamilton, Leclerc, Gasly and Jack Aitken, Ocon, Tsunoda, Lance Stroll and Zhou, Russell, Mick Schumacher, Nikita Mazepin and Nicholas Latifi, Reed and Antonio Giovinazzi starts from the back of the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
Alright then, we're in the Williams on the grid for the first time. We're not actually starting fully last. Giovinazzi somehow already has some form of penalty before we've even managed to step foot on the track. But that's fine. So hopefully we can gain a couple of positions in the start and maybe look at like a 15th finish. That would be decent. Yeah, if we can come 15th, then yeah, I'm not expecting too much. We're in the 8th worst car. So yeah, without further ado, 5 red lights for the second time. We are underway for the Bahrain Grand Prix in the Williams. Latifi ahead of us in that Haas, Mazepin in the Alfa Romeo. We have a look around the inside. Sodas on Latifi, Zhou ahead of us. We go for a dive. We nearly hit into the back of Latifi there. We managed into turn 1 to dive right next to Stroll. Stroll to our left. We get pushed off the right of the track as Stroll has to have evasive manoeuvres to not hit Ocon. Russell behind us in that Aston. We're going to have to defend for our life if we want to stay where we are with that Aston behind us. I think we can last a couple of laps at least. Into turn 5 and 6, he is still right on us. Had a little look, pushed us wide. A little Tokyo drift through turn 7. Into 8, we are still ahead of Russell. End of lap 1. We are still ahead. Zhou in 16th, our teammate back there. Russell right behind us, defending our inside. He goes for a look on the outside into turn 1, but can't make it stick because he's just not fast enough. We cut him off a little bit. Completely within the rules though. And we are still at the end of lap 1 and start of lap 2, ahead in P14. Lap 2, down the straight from 10 to 11. Just having to try and not let Russell get past, covering up the inside of the corner so we can't get past there. Through into 12, 13. Very easy chance of spinning around here. I don't like that corner. It's very nice when you nail it, but you spin way too much. Just for getting on the throttle down there, you can spin, and it's a high speed corner. But we are still ahead. DRS about to be enabled, and they will be out of turn 3. There will be DRS. Russell round the outside. We let him go past. Don't fight it off too much. Into turn 1, he locks up his front right, and we manage to get back past and still the DRS, which will give us another boost for the next lap or so. He should pull back a little bit. Thank God for that move into turn 1. We managed to keep our position, keep our cool, keep our DRS, and so far so good. End of lap 4. Russell right behind us, moves around our inside. Jeff trying to make us change strategy for some reason. He gets past us, and into turn 1 we're not going to be able to fight back for that position. So unfortunately, as it seems, Russell's gotten past. We do have DRS here though, but his engine is very much way more powerful than ours. Even with DRS, we're right alongside him through turn 4 though, right behind him into 5 and 6. We might just about be able to make it past, but in turn 7 we have a little run off the track and he pulls away. That is very unfortunate, but still, we're still in P15, which is where we wanted to be. End of lap 4 then, DRS on Russell. We are going to have DRS on him. We're going to be pushing as hard as we possibly can into turn 1. We are gaining a look around the outside. He locks up. We go for a look around the inside, but we can't make it past. Into turn 2, he pushes us wide, almost having contact with his rear left. But we managed to keep ourselves on the track and with full bodywork, which is good. And we're still behind Russell though. He hasn't managed to pull away enough. That's a good thing. That's what we need to take from this. He hasn't managed to pull away. Lap 6, Ocon pits, I believe. Aitken pits. We still have DRS on Russell. We're going to have to push because we're going to pit this lap. We stayed out an extra lap, but we are going to pit this lap indefinitely. And at the end of lap 7, we're still behind Russell. I don't know why it says we're 1 lap behind Russell, but we're pulling in. Stroll goes in. Ocon is in. Zhou is in.
Guan Yu is in the pits. Guan Yu in the pits.
Okay then. We possibly will get held up on release, which is not good. But Zhou's going to get held up just in general. Yeah, we got held up a little bit, but nothing too major. We're still pretty close behind, and Ocon goes for a hard set of tyres. At the end of lap 9 then, Mazepin and Latifi in the pits.
Caution.
There's a yellow flag ahead. That's Sonoda that's gone off the track. You're going to have to cautiously step round the outside of him. He's still off. He's done a Mazepin.
Green flag.
But we are past, and that does put us up a position, so, you know, I can't really complain there. And now Stroll's off as well. Stroll's also sent himself off, and there's a yellow flag through 10 to 11 for one of the Mercedes. He hasn't lost any positions, but I don't know what's happened there. Lap 10 then, we're behind Ocon. Having a look around the outside of turn 11, can't make it past, go way too wide, but into turn 12, we're going to be still right alongside him. He pulls off, he backs out, and we manage to just squeeze ourselves around turn 12. And into 13, we are ahead of Ocon. Russell ahead of us now then.
To P12.
We have indeed, Jeff, we have indeed. At the end of lap 10, Russell's pitting. Russell's pitted in and so's Ocon. They must have collided.
Front is 3.2 seconds.
They must have collided and lost a wing or something. Well, it has to be a wing. There's no reason why they wouldn't pit otherwise. Lap 11. We're catching up to Sainz. But we're making too many mistakes. There's a McLaren that slowed down quite a bit. And now another Mercedes has gone. I really don't know what's happening here, but cars just seem to keep falling off the track. I'm honestly not too sure. Anyways, end of lap 12. Well, not end of lap 12. Turn 10 of lap 12. We're right behind Sainz. DRS on him. Through down to 11. We're going to see if we can gain enough on him to overtake. We have a look around the outside of 11. But there's no chance. We're way too far back. And through 12 and 13, we're still too far back. But we are definitely gaining. We're going to have slipstream from 13 to 14. And then DRS down to turn 1. So we should, hopefully, manage to get the first ever Williams overtake on a Ferrari. Or at least the first one in a long time. You don't see this happen too often. But DRS is ours. Just deploying the ERS a little bit, faking him to the right as we pull to the left, round the outside. I just realised he's on the hard tyres, which is probably why we're actually managing to do this. We wouldn't be able to do this if he was on the softs. But we are round and ahead on lap 13, and towards the end of lap 14, the final corner's rounded. Lando Norris, your race winner, but we do manage to pull off a singular point.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Jeff doesn't seem to care, but we managed to get 1 point on our maiden Williams race and driver of the day. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed.
It was a tough race at times, but they've held on to take a great victory for McLaren today. And talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race from the McLaren team, and I'm really happy to see them there on the top step of the podium.
There you have it then, end of race 1. We managed to gain a point. Lando Norris 26. I cannot lie, I had a bit of a technical issue, and my game crashed towards the ending stages, like as you go through like your rivalry status and all of your acclaim and stuff. So actually, this isn't the standings whatsoever. We didn't get a point. I think Fernando Alonso took the win, which is very annoying. It's very upsetting. But it's fine. It's one race. We'll make it back. Alright, thank you for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you next time for the next episode of my now Williams, not my team, Road to Glory career mode. And hopefully, in a couple of seasons, we'll be getting wins and the championship. Alright, I'll see you in the next one.